That thing sucks. All right, welcome to the lesson, guys and gals. You've been hanging in here, and you've been doing a great job. I know you're practicing hard, and we're going to continue kicking you in the butt today. So let's get at your thinking caps and continue. Okay, so let's take a look at some major scale patterns and make sure that we're really getting those down and we're understanding how those connect, because there's, like I said before, there's nothing that's more important when you're learning the guitar than seeing the connections of all the chords and the way they connect to the major scales, because those two things together, those two pieces of information together, are the secret to seeing and understanding how the guitar neck is put together. Okay, so let's just do a little review here, just before we start off. Let's start off in the key of C in the cage systems and make sure that we really understand how these are all linking together. So we're going to take the first cage chord, and know that's basically pattern number 1. Okay, we're not going to play a scale here. We could if we wanted to, but it involves open string. So I'm going to start on my first cage chord and scale right here, and this is going to be pattern 2 from the A shape. Okay, so continue with me here, or practice along with me. Oop. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's pick the tempo up. I know you guys are doing better now. You can play with a little bit more tempo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it again. Again. One more time. Okay, so that's pattern 2 from the cage system built off the A chord. Okay? Going up to the next position of C. And that's going to be from the G form. And we're going to call that pattern 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's make sure we know this one. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... that again. Let's do it without stopping on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do this one a little slower. And let's practice this one in thirds. That would be like this, right? Let's give it to you a little slower. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Okay, and the other sequence that we learned a while ago was a group of 4, like this. Remember that one? Group of 4. 2, 3, 4. Back down. was pattern 3, okay? You guys are doing good. I'm sure you are practicing these scales diligently. Pattern 4 is based off the E form, slid up to here, becomes the movable bar shape, okay? Let's also do this one right away with thirds. Here we go. 2, 3, and 4, and... A few lessons ago, we talked about playing scales in thirds, but with triplets as a rhythmic grouping. So let's try to review that. That would sound like this then. I'll slow it down for you just so you can grasp that again. But that would be lesson, I believe it was lesson 32 we did that. So let's do that. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's a good one. Eventually, if you could do all these exercises so you can do the same tempo. So if you're doing... for your technique to do them all in one tempo instead of having to slow it down on the faster triplets. Okay, so let's go to the next position. We have this one right here where the root is from this chord form, and that was from the D shape, right? Okay, and that's a difficult scale for a lot of people because it doesn't have the root in the low string, but that doesn't mean you don't know it. Here we go from the root. 2, 3, 4. Let's try this one in a group of 3. That would be like this. Okay, up 3 notes, and then back to the tonic, and then the next note. Okay, here we go. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And finally, the last position is way up here. It was the open string chord that we didn't really play a scale, but we can play it with fretted notes up here. Okay, so let's check this out. This is going to be pattern 1, and let's see what happens. Okay, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was, I'm having visions of things in my, I don't know what's going on there. Let's get back to our scale. Pattern 1. Okay, maybe with this one you could also do triplets in groups of 4 and triplets, so that would be like this. That would be... So that's basically all 5 shapes. I know that some of those patterns you're probably still struggling with a little bit, and that's okay. Focus on the ones that you're struggling with. Put the ones that you know pretty well on the back burner, and work on the tougher ones for a while, and then get those up to speed. But you're going to get there. Just keep working on all of them. Okay? So what we're going to do today is actually give you the chance to play and just focus on 2 patterns over a progression. Whatever 2 patterns you want to establish. I'm going to write out 2 shapes that I'm going to work from. But at home, what you could do when you practice is you can just find the 2 patterns that you need to work on and then focus on those, or maybe just focus on a position of the neck and work up the neck in the same progression so that you can really get all 5 positions down, but we're going to make you move in 2 different keys today. Okay? I know we've done that before, but this is going to be over a little different progression. So take a look at my progression behind me, if you would.